Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you this morning. I'm sorry I'm running late. Hopefully, I'll get some folks that'll pop on, even though I am late getting started here. Uh, my name is Teresa Marsh. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from New Bern, North Carolina, in the USA on the East Coast. Today, we're going to look at some new things, some upcoming things, and some other uh, ways to combine some of the newer products and perhaps some of the products that have been around for just a month or so. We've got some. We're going to use some that have come out in the online exclusives and also some other things. But before we get started with that, let's take a look at some of what's going on right now. We have a fantastic um, we have a fantastic designer series paper sale going on right now. Let's see if I can get some more light on that. I've tried to get my light better and it's working sort of. It's a bit of a challenge. It looks really bright on my desk, but I'm not seeing it look very bright. It's not looking very bright on the on the feedback there. Am I in the right place? Well, that's not too bad. All right. Anyway, we have a 15% off sale during the rest of the month of August on some of the designer series paper. And this stuff is beautiful, folks. If there's some that you've been looking at from the annual catalog that you haven't purchased yet, or some that was continued, there's a couple that were continued into this year's catalog that you might not have yet. But there certain ones are on sale. We have the Bright and Beautiful 6x6, the Countryside in 12 by 12, Country Lace 12 by 12, Country Woods. That's very versatile, very versatile. And that's a 12 by 12. Full of Life, obviously very colorful. That's a 6x6. Another 6x6 is Lily Pond Lane. 12 by 12 Mediterranean Blooms. This is some awesome paper. Colorful, bright, wonderful paper. You into something a little more subtle? Perennial Lavender has a softer look to it. Those two are like, you know, bright, cheery, soft, and sweet. Very different. The Take to the Sky designer series paper is on sale. That's a 12 by 12. The Thoughtful Journey, which is a 6x6, is on sale. To Market, 12 by 12, is on sale. Unbounded Beauty, 12 by 12, is on sale. And Wildly Flowering, this has got some great colors to it. I'll tell you, the Wildly Flowering is wonderful. And then Winter Meadow. I haven't seen I think when I looked yesterday, Winter Meadow was not available right now, but it's expected to be available before the end of the month. So hopefully, if that's something that you're wanting, it'll come in on the 26th as it suggested that they were expecting it. So that's our designer series paper sale for this month. That's an awesome, awesome thing. Now, one of the things that I'm doing, it's my birthday month. Do you remember that from last week? It's my birthday month. So for my birthday month, I'm going to be giving away prizes and things for participants on my lives and in my blog. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. This is what's upcoming. Boy, look at that. Mm-mm-mm. See if I can get. No, that's just one more light up there. Well, it doesn't seem to make much difference. Okay, this is the mini catalog, and this is all I can show you. because it doesn't come out until September. It goes active in September. But there is something I can show you that I was able to get on pre-order and we're going to use today. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay. Moving my things across that I don't need. Okay. The things that are already in the store that we're going to use today are the stylish shapes and dies. We're going to use the largest circle. We're going to use greetings of the season. We're going to use the season's greetings right there. I have to hold this just right so that it doesn't get glare on it. Season's greetings. This is really cool. We're going to use season's greetings and may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration because those go together so well. So we're going to do those. And I did not pull that out, but I will have to remember to do that. We're going to use a paper that's, it says it's not available right now, but I forgot to look and see when it was expected to be back in stock. Unfortunately, it's not one of the ones that's on sale. But this is the Season of Green and Gold. This was an online exclusive that was started just a bit ago. It's got mossy meadow and old olive and garden green along with gold accents. These are so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. This is the gold diamonds. It doesn't show up that well on camera, but believe me, it's beautiful. This is just as festive as it can be with the gold bells and whatnot. And a nice plaid. Nice green plaid is always something you can use. This one's almost all gold and vanilla with a nice mottled old olive background. And this last one is stars. And an old olive and mossy meadow, mostly back here. Okay. All right. So we're going to use paper from that. And looking at this, you might guess what we're using. We're going to use just a 2-inch strip, or I think I cut it down to 1 1/8. But anyway, I'm going to use that. We're going to use a card base that's very vanilla rather than basic white. So you can see, boy, it looks yellow next to that on my monitor. Okay, so we've got a regular card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, but I've also scored it at 2 1/8. Can you see that? Maybe not. How about if I go ahead and do this? That'll help. I kind of planned this, but I hadn't made a prototype, so we may find me changing. I mean, I had planned it, but I hadn't made a prototype yet, so we may have to do some adjusting as we go. So there we go. That's going to be our card base. I've also cut 2 pieces of mossy meadow at 3 3/4 by 5. All right. And I've cut 2 pieces of DSP at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of them. You can help me decide. Okay. So And the last thing, this is coming up in that holiday catalog, the September catalog, Winterly Treetops. And we're going to use two of the stamps. We're going to use this and this. And I'll tell you, the paper that comes with this set in a suite is gorgeous. And it has papers where you can, there are papers that include this and this. So the dies that come with this set can cut out some of the papers as well. So that's kind of cool. All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to take a piece of Very Vanilla to do our stamping on. To do our stamping on, we're going to use the Memento ink. We're going to stamp our bird. Okay, I'm going to make sure I keep him on the paper. Don't want to miss. Okay, there's our bird. And our bow, if that makes sense. Yes, our bow. I got just enough glare. There we go. It's hard for me to see where things are. I should have used a larger block for that. But anyway, there we go. There's those. All right, and then we're going to color these and cut them out. For the bird, I used some light and basic black along here because we want him to be black but not so deep through here. And we're going to have his head sort of black too. I pre-colored one and I didn't do his head black. I did his head red. But anyway. All right. But his body is going to be, his chest and body is going to be cherry cobbled. We're going to start by putting the accents in with the dark. And then we're going to use light cherry cobbler for the rest of his body. My goodness. That is just about as frayed as it can be. I might have to put a new stamp blend on my order. These are the alcohol markers, and they're fantastic. But I can use them pretty quick. And I see, I almost forgot the hint of his other wing on the other side. There we go. Another cherry cobbler, another place where we use cherry cobbler is going to be on the berries. This is the light cherry cobbler. And we're going to do these berries too. Light cherry cobbler. I can have a challenge sometimes with coloring in some of the smaller images that I want to do with my blends, especially because I can do a better job with a sharp, the paintbrush end or the brush end if it's crisp and new. But if it gets a little bit frayed, nah, can't do that. Okay. Then we're going to use the dark for that little piece on the edge of these berries. So have you started your Christmas cards yet? I have a friend who did a Christmas in July class and it was fun. I went to her class. It was fun. We're going to use some Daffodil Delight in dark for our beak. And our feet for this little bird. And light pecan pie. Better do it with the little one. Light pecan pie, but adding a little emphasis to the shading with the dark pecan pie. All right. We've got a little bit of a branch there. I could make that pecan pie, but I think I'm going to bring in my Mossy Meadow. This is dark Mossy Meadow. I have to touch it very lightly because it's only the tiniest of lines in that stem. Now on the bough, I'm going to do dark Mossy Meadow. Let's see. No. I want to use Old Olive. This is the dark Old Olive. I'm going to do these leaves. Now see, I'm not coloring this the way I colored the first one. I made one ahead of time. Colored it, cut it out. But let's take a look. We do Old Olive on this leaf set. Okay, there's the dark Old Olive on that leaf set. Then we'll do the light Old Olive. There is a sample of this within the designer series paper that is going to go with this suite. So this we get to do ourselves, if you will. Now, Mossy Meadow. Let's go with light Mossy Meadow on these roundish leaves. I'm assuming that these roundish leaves are all the same sort of plant and that each one of these different shaped leaves represents a different plant. Because you know, the greens from one plant to another are going to change considerably. Okay, that was the light mossy meadow. And then for these smallest ones, we're going to go with the dark mossy meadow. You know what? I can do better with this, the pointy end. If it's really, I can do best with the brush end. I think I mentioned that a minute ago. If it hasn't been squished. I've got better control. So tell me, do you like using the alcohol blends with the brush end or the narrow tip? I like that. I like that better. I did color and cut out a couple of them before. Now see, the berries are the same, but I did different colors on. I did different greens in different places. Same greens, but in different places. But since I've already cut that one out, we're going to use that one. And this bird has a red. She's red all over instead of having a black head. So anyway, I suppose I could add black to his head, but I don't know what that would look like, so I'm not going to do that. All right. Now, I did take the liberty of going ahead and cutting out our circle. So let's see what we can do about putting the pieces together here. I have a couple pieces of mossy meadow at 3 3/4 by 5. And I have these. This is going to go here. You know what? That's not going to look right because it's narrower than that. So I need to cut a different one. I need to have the mossy meadow be 5 1/4. Okay. So let's try that again. It's 8 1/2 by 11. We're going to cut it at 5 1/4. And I need this to be, that's 5 1/4. Then this would be 4. To get the proportions right. That's better. And that's what I'm going to do there. And we're going to put that there. And this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. And our sentiment is going to go there. All right. That's the goal. Of course, I'm going to need a piece of I'm going to need another one of those. Because I don't want to cover up a bunch of that. do that. Let's see. I would need just gonna do it that way. I didn't think this through very well about how I'm going to put my sentiment in here. I suppose what I need to do is cut some very vanilla to go in here. This piece is not squared off, so that's not going to work. But anyway, all right. Okay, let's see what we've got. I really prefer to use glue because that way, if I don't hit it on right on target the first time, I got some squeeze time. Squeeze time. This is the squeeze time. I got some time to adjust where it's landed. Okay. There we go. However, that's pretty. All right. Now I want my seasoned ingredients. We're going to need Stampin' Up! Mossy Meadow. And since this is a photopolymer stamp, I'm going to put my pad underneath. I'm putting a little bit to the left. There we go. I'll close this up for the moment. I have this fear of putting should have put it higher. Let's see. If I put it like that, so that it's like that on top. Yeah, I don't like that. I should have put it higher. Pooh. Of course, I can always cut another one. This is not my day for doing things quickly after all, is it? Berry vanilla. need a piece that's about 3, sort of up. We'll do 4 1/4. And we will get out our mini stamp cutting box. Things are falling all over. Can you hear everything falling? Okay. So then we get our stylish shapes dies. And we're going to take the largest of the circles, put that on there. Now wait a minute. This is right here. There we go. I had this fear it's going to slip after I get it in there. So even though I'm not trying to match up a line, I like to kind of anchor it down so I can rest easy that it's not going to slip. Do you ever have trouble getting this thing to grab? It is not my morning for easy does it, is it? I need an easy button, folks. There we go. There we go. Finally got to grab. All right. Let's see if I can hold it. This is not one of those days where somebody's going to say, well, you make it look so easy. Oh, that was anything but easy. All right. Now let's try this again. I take that tape off and put it back on the handle of my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Coordination strikes again. All right. This goes right back in there so I don't lose it. All right. So that was the stylish shapes, guys. Okay. Oh, my goodness. What did I just drop on the floor? Nothing important. All right. So let's do a draw fig here. If I want that there and this here, then I want Season's Greetings. I want it. Okay. I think there's enough padding here because of I've got a whole pad here. So I don't need the other pad. I just have those placed there momentarily. There we go. And I know it'll fit there because my things were there when I put it there. All right. There we go. If I put it there, yeah, I'd like that off center. If those are going to be lined up kind of centered on each other, I had thought more like this, but if I was going to do that, I would have had to turn the sentiment. So we're going to do it like that. All right. So I'm going to take some dimensionals for the back of our bird. Let me look again. Okay. So we can go here and here. And I'll take a mini dimensional and put it on these berries, on the berries, just to make sure I don't end up with it showing. There we go. Alrighty. I don't know about you, but I have a challenge with the placement of small things sometimes. So I use my offset, my reverse tweezers. Now, do I want to raise this up too? I think I do. Okay. Let's just use minis along this bottom edge. All right. There we go. Like that. I like the look of that. Now, I'm thinking, I think I'll put my other piece of DSP there. I cut two of these, and I think if I put my other one there, it'll look really pretty. It'll look even prettier when I open it up. So let's do that. I'm going to figure out how to best put some vanilla on the inside for our sentiment. Oops. I need to have them going the same direction rather than have one look like it's upside down compared to the other. Okay. So this is going to attach only to this side. And I think since I've already got the dimension here, I think we'll just use our Stampin' Seal, and we're just going to use it on this edge. All right. good that turned out about even. Okay, I suppose I should cut another of the larger circles now that I put that all away after I had all that trouble with it to put our sentiment, our inner sentiment on. I need something, don't I? So here we come again with the largest sentiment. I mean the largest circle and the stylish shaped dies. Let me snip that so it's easier to go through. Our base plate, our number 2 plate, let's turn it this way. And here we go. Say instant replay. Sorry. I'm not shaking the desk, I'm shaking the whole pad. The pad is moving around a bit. Okay. And what I want to put on the inside is this sentiment right here. It says, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. That's going to be something of a tight fit. Let me take this bird off of there. Okay. I like being able to have the contrast between those two so I can better see if I'm putting it centered. We're going to do this in Mossy Meadow. This one hasn't been used, so I wiped it on my shorts to take off, to kind of make if there was any film of any sort from the manufacturing process, I would wipe it off. Okay. I like that. All right. The challenge is going to be, there we go. Hold this way, go together, and then close it. Cross our fingers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So much for getting it straight, right? There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. In case you ever thought, okay, in case you ever thought that it was necessary. They didn't have it all together. Duh. All right. So the greetings of the season is what we used here for our sentiment and our inner sentiment, our inner message. We used Winterly Treetops, which is going to become available in September. Okay, for our stamp, and we colored that. Season of Green and Gold is our designer series paper that we used. And Stylish Shapes is what we used here. I would guess it'd be easier if you do this card to not do it in the order I did, but to basically center this one first and then put this one on top of it. But that worked really well, other than I twisted it, so I had to fix it. But anyway, there you go. Season's greetings. Now, let's see. One of the things that's going to come with this Nests of Winter Sweet, that this is going to be the Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. So I want to get a little bit of bling on here. Is the green too bright? Maybe not that. I'm looking at my options here. Okay, how about some adhesive back metallic gems from the annual catalog? Let's get some of the gold gems. We'll pick up on the gold from the paper. I always cut mine from the side because then I can slide these out and slide them in easier than from the bottom. Let's see. We have larger gold and smaller gold. And 3. There we go. A little bit more of the metallic. Okay, folks, that's our card for the day. This is the adhesive back metallic gems, part number 163780, and it's in the annual catalog. All right. And my Nests of Winter. Okay. If you have any questions about how the card went together or any ideas to share with me about what to do different, look at this. What a mess she's got. On what to do differently. My goodness. Don't hesitate to drop me a note at Teresa at sassychampionwiththeresa.com. If you would like a mini catalog when they come out, let me know. I have some on order. If you've purchased with me in the last few months, then the chances are really good that you're going to get one automatically, because I have Stampin' Up! Is sending some out for me automatically. Look, my whole thing shifted. My camera shifted. You know, my dad always said I was a quarter bubble off plum, so that's kind of the way I have functioned this morning to it. So anyway, if you'd like a catalog, don't hesitate to to give me a call or drop me a line. Now, I haven't had anybody make a comment yet on my video. So today's gift is going to be chosen from those who go to my blog at sassystampingwiththeresa.com and make a comment on this card from there. Okay. So it'll go live tomorrow. This blog post will go live tomorrow. So go to my blog, sassystampingwiththeresa.com, make a comment, and you'll be entered into uh, a drawing for a prize. Our prize winner last week, which I forgot to announce at the time, was Amanda Rhodes. And her prize is this petal pink and white diagonal trim ribbon. This is going to be so useful in so many ways. I love these ribbons. I've used it quite a bit already, and I like the slender ribbons. They're easier for me to tie a bow, but you can still just make a knot in it with some pretty tails cut on it, and it still looks pretty. So this is for Amanda Rhodes. I should have, hold on a minute. Let's Congratulations, Amanda. Congratulations to you on winning last week's prize. And I shall see you folks tomorrow on my blog or through the week. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Remember, God loves you. I love you. And I am so pleased that you've allowed me to serve you as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Take care, and I shall see you next week, right here. Hopefully at 10. Bye.